If you're a lover of crispy and crunchy snacks like plantain chips, potato chips, then this snack is for you. This is extremely crunchy and most importantly, very easy to make. You just need few ingredients to make this, so let's get right into it. For this recipe, I'll be using 3 cups of all-purpose flour and a teaspoon of salt. We are going to stir this together thoroughly. Next, you're going to be adding 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I'm going to mix this thoroughly to make sure everything combines beautifully. These are basically all the ingredients we need for this recipe. Next, we are going to be adding some water. We are going to keep adding water in bits to form a dough. We are not going to pour water at once so we don't have it running. I used about 1 cup and a quarter for this recipe. All you need to do is to keep adding in bits till you form a beautiful dough just like this. Once you press a finger on the dough and it bounces back, then it's now time to allow the dough to sit on your counter for about 15 minutes. This is to enable the dough to form a little bit of gluten. You can see how stretchy it is after 15 minutes of sitting on the counter. Next, I added some flour on my workspace and kneaded this for about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead to cut this into 5 equal pieces so I can work with it easily. The dough might be a bit sticky. Just make sure you add a bit of flour around it so you can be able to mold it properly. To start with, I'm going to put this aside and cover it so it doesn't dry whilst I'm working on my first piece. You're going to make sure you mold this properly so you can easily roll it out. Sprinkle enough flour on the surface and on top of the dough before you start rolling. The dough can be sticky, so you need to apply a reasonable amount of flour on the surface so it doesn't stick and will also make it easy for you to roll. You notice that as I kept rolling it, it keeps shrinking or it keeps bouncing back. It's fine. You just have to keep turning over the dough and keep rolling. It's going to stretch as you keep doing it. Honestly, be ready for some real arm work here because you need to roll this as flat as possible because the flatter, the crunchier. You are going to flatten this as though you're making wraps for samosa or spring rolls. And like I mentioned earlier, you need to sprinkle a reasonable amount of flour on the surface so it doesn't stick, and it also makes it easy to take it off your working space when you're done rolling. And also, before you place it, you make sure you sprinkle some flour on the surface where you are going to place it before doing so, just like you saw me do. So we are going to continue the same process with the remaining dough until we finally flatten everything out. So this clip here explains the reason I keep insisting you apply a reasonable amount of flour on the surface so you don't find yourself going through this hard time of trying to take your dough off your working space. Next, we are going to be cutting our flattened dough into bite sizes. So you can decide to cut any shape of choice. Here I'm doing square, rectangle, just any shape of choice. You're going to cut this and then you place them aside. Make sure each bite is well coated with flour, meaning it shouldn't be sticky, because if you're going to put this down together, they might stick. So you have to be sprinkling some flour on the surface whilst you put them aside so you can easily pick them out when it's time to fry. At this point, it's now time to get them into the oil. I added some onions into the oil to make it more flavorful before adding them into the hot oil. Do not overcrowd the oil. Make sure you have all the time for it, so you can get it perfect. You need to take note that this fries very quickly, so you need to keep your fire on medium to low heat, and you need to stick with this till it's done. You're going to keep stirring and turning it over, and when it's crispy and has this beautiful golden brown color, know it's ready and it's time to take it out. Make sure you place this on a paper towel so it absorbs the excess oil, so you do not have it oily. If you've been watching to this stage, it means you really love what you're watching. So please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Like, share, and drop in the comments where you're watching me from. Thank you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always supporting. Finally, we just made ourselves a very crunchy and delicious snack. You can serve this with any cold drink of choice. Some zobo won't be bad. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye for now.